G'day everyone, Jason Nunn, Fisherman's Warehouse, Tucker World, Marks Point, with another Friday fishing report, and a little bit of a storm brewing over the back of me here, out towards the northwest. I had a look on the radar before we come over. Might be a little bit of rain this afternoon, and it's a funny breeze this afternoon as well. It's sort of out of the southeast at around about 15 knots. Wasn't in the forecast. This weekend, look, we've got a bit of a variation in wind. Tomorrow, 25, 26 knots of northwest. Sunday into 20 knots, and of course we've got the Let's Fish Lake Macquarie event this weekend. Could be a little bit trying for a few of the anglers. Last week I went for a bit of a run out to the shelf, went offshore just to have a bit of a look at it. Water temp around 21 degrees. We lost a couple of striped marlins, which was very encouraging, but the water again changed a little bit this week, and the water that was right on the edge has moved down off Sydney. But I don't think we're going to get there with the forecast that I'm physically seeing. Out on the farm last weekend, the water was very, very dirty and discoloured from the upwelling which had occurred on the back of some very strong nor'easters. As I say, this weekend with the westerlies, I'm not sure what the ocean temperature is going to do. It's really varying. Some days on the beach, 17 to 18, and as high as 19 in spots. And you can see it with the clarity. At days you'll go down, it'll be a real dirty khaki look, and then it will clear up. We had a fair bit of rain last night. I think in Newcastle we would have had to have had 50 mil of rain. It just pelted down all night. So look, you've just got to be a bit patient. I think with the westerly wind tomorrow that's anticipated, you're going to need to stay on that western side of the lake. Brim, flathead and whiting I think will be probably the main species. I know tailor, there's been a few tailor around, but not many. A couple of patches of fish around about 35. Remembering with a west or northwest wind, and that's really why I'm here for the report, it's going to be coming from over my shoulder. So areas such as the drop over still will be a little bit bumpy, and you've got to work to your tides. Run out tide around 10:30 in the morning and high tide tomorrow afternoon at 5. With that hard nor'wester that's going to be happening, it'll be coming down the channel, so that run out tide in the morning session will be quite fishable, and so will the flats. Tube worms for the whiting no doubt, and a few of your brim. Yeah, things like half pillies and mullet will work well for your flatties and obviously your brim as well. And I think if you can get out there, maybe it's a bit bumpy, you might need to troll a few lures. The mulloway guys still catching a few mulloway. Squid have been hard to get, and look, the Lund squid has been quite a good adversary for most fishermen. They're just coming in and picking a few of those up. We're going to build to a full moon over the next 5 or 6 days as well, so some really good fishing, and hopefully we get a bit of a break in this weather because it's been a bit of a bugger. With those nor'westers over the weekend, look, beach fishing won't be too bad. There will be, that runoff might be a bit of discolour, but there are a few nice whiting and brim and the odd flathead along our beaches. And I got a bit of a tip this morning. There were a few tailor working the beaches up at Blacksmiths and Belmont, which has been a little bit of a change. And again, if you're going to go offshore, you're going to need to stick to those protected headlands down towards Catherine Hill Bay, Caves Beach, tucked in with that 20 odd knots of wind, Redhead, and even up towards Merriweather, Newcastle, where you can tuck back in, but don't expect much. Future Valley, been a few reds, but again, it's been a little bit tough, and we're just waiting for these summer fish to turn up and come back in numbers. Our ZEREK Fish of the Week winner this week is Evie Sampaklis, who actually sent a video when her dad taped to catching her personal best 54 centimetre flathead. And that was on the back of the report last week where we were saying we're starting to get a few videos. So guys, let's get out there, like we made mention yesterday. Get everyone out of the house. Let's get some fishing done. And this weekend, a great opportunity to come out here and fish at Lake Macquarie. The competition is a release only competition, and all inquiries should go through the Lake Macquarie Facebook page. Evie, come on down this weekend. Come and pick your ZEREK fish traps up, and I'll catch you next Friday.